So everybody who was involved wants to go on the road. Uh, Randy Jackson's playing bass, and Carrada's playing guitar, and so I don't know. The Red Bank Rockers we died with Wells Kelly. My drummer died with that band.
Oh, was Wells Kelly in that band?
Yeah,
that's right. He died in London.
Yeah, he was in what a disaster that was.
Yeah.
So it kind of took it all out of me. You know, I could never travel to Rockers again.
Is that right? That was a real tragedy. I mean, I was listening to that guy for years.
Yeah.
Back when he was in New Orleans.
Orleans,
back
yeah.
Before that, like he was, with Orleans since the early '70s.
At the beginning.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Bruce's first album, their first album came out about the same time.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So have you known him for a long time?
I've known him since then.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How's that? I mean, but they were out in Woodstock? Or
yeah. Yeah. But we recorded in the same studio, and that's when I met him.
Good drummer. It was just such a loss.
I mean, this is before I was married, and he was going to live with this girl, and I didn't know he was living with this girl, and I met her in the studio one day, and he was in there doing some session stuff, and I started talking to her. She gave me her phone number, and I called her up, and he answered the phone. You know? So that's how we met.
Bit of an awkward experience there.
Yeah, it was. It was.
So the schedule was pretty much.
I don't think he ever forgave me.
Well, at least you didn't move in on it from there.
No. Just that was. I guess I had no idea. So why would she do that? You know, never understood that.
So the schedule for the rest of the year is pretty much booked up then with the E Street Band and the solo project.
Yeah, the rest of my life is probably booked up.
Do you have any other project lined up? Like, have other people asked you to play on their albums?
No, I have a couple of movie things that
Is that right?
I'm going to be getting into. Yeah.
So in New York there. Was that your only movie so far?
Well, that's the only one that ever came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's stuff in the can.
There's stuff in the can, and I don't think it will be released. There's a movie called that I thought was very, very great. It's called Rock and Roll Hotel. Rachel Sweet was in it, and some more people. It was a 3D rock and roll movie.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen though. I'm up for some parts, some big parts, and so I'm hoping that works out. I have a small bit to do in the movie when I get back home, which is going to take a few days out of my album schedule. But like I said, I stay pretty busy.
What sorts of parts will it be, and what sorts of
musician? There's another musician movie that's going to be shot in Paris sometime this winter, if I can work it out.
Who's in that one?
It's a lead role for me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is it to be released in Europe? Is that what they're doing?
No, it's in the States, but the story is set in Paris.
About an American musician.
Yeah, who comes to Paris and finds reality, and then goes back to the States and becomes a real big star.
Is that right? There's a band called the New York Dolls, in the early '70s. I think.
Yeah.
Glam rock thing. The guitarist is a guy named Johnny Thunders, and he lives in Paris right now. And the last time I talked to him, he's making a movie in Paris about an American there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
And
like New York was all shot in California.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It takes away from it, I suppose. So that's pretty much the rest of the year then, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Is it an actual possibility for you to come here with the Red Bank Rockers? Though?
Well, it won't be the Red Bank Rockers, but I hope to come back here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. For other reasons.
No, with the band, but it won't be the Red Bank Rockers. It won't be the name of the band. It'll just be Clarence Clemons.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. You dropped that name.
Yeah. It went with Wells.
I'm sure with a lineup like that, you could probably fill a pretty good sized hall.
Yeah, I hope so. I want to come back and play clubs. I like playing clubs.
Lineup like that.
Big clubs.
Forget it. I bet you're going to need at least a hall. 3/4 the size when you do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least. So, any other messages for the Japanese people? Actually, this was just supposed to be for a magazine, but I'm gonna go to the National Broadcasting Network, and I got a radio program today. I think we'll run part of the interview on that.
Oh, okay.
So maybe if you have a message for the people.
Well, the only message is thank you very much for the wonderful reception, and this is something that will live in my memory for a real, real long time. And for all those struggling musicians, I have one message to say, and it's if you're not serious, if you're not willing to make sacrifices, then don't fool yourself, give up, start something else. But for those who are willing to make that sacrifice and to then hang in there and keep believing in what you're doing.
Oh, there was one last thing I wanted to ask you as well. I think the editor of the magazine wanted me to ask you this. The songs change a lot every night.
Yeah.
Is that something you all get together and discuss, or?
No, we don't discuss it. We just play in the band. It's Bruce is the boss. We've done over 85 songs in this tour. 85 different songs in this tour.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What's
the repertoire is like endless. You know, there's such a, and it's and each one of those songs you become a part of, so you don't forget them. You know, it's like putting on a different pair of socks. You never know how to forget how to do it. They look different. You know.
Is it different every night? Like.
Well, he tries to make it as different as possible every night. You know, which because some of the audiences, there are 3 people in the front row that's been there in that front row every night. You know, it's incredible.
Depriving us of front row seats there.
Yeah, well, these people, I guess they hung out for those tickets. They got them, and they deserve them. They stood in line for them, you know. But they're there, man. And so for those people, and for those other people who you don't see, who are there every night, you know, it's you do your best to give them a different show. But tonight, I know I wish I could watch it tonight. Tonight should be exciting. You know?
Is that right?
Yeah, I was saying to someone the other day that, you know, I should pay, you know, to go in to see the show because I have such fun, you know. I'm willing to buy a ticket, you know, and I should be paying for a ticket.
Tell me, was there a video? I know they made the promo clip of the singer dancing in the dark at a concert, but have they actually videotaped the concert? Will that be coming out at all?
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I have no idea about what Bruce's management and what Bruce is going to do as far as business is concerned. My business is just to play sax with him and not to make those decisions. But I have no idea.
Never saw any cameras hanging around somewhere?
There are always cameras and there are always videos. We use the big screen all the time. And, when we play outside, so I'm quite sure there's a lot of footage. But whether he'll use it as a video, I have no idea.
All right, well, I guess I got what I need. Thanks a lot for your time.
You're welcome.
Sorry to take time out from a busy day. I mean, guys, day of the concert. It's unusual to be doing interviews on a day like this.
That's okay. There's no problem.
Good enough. 写真をもういいですか？